Hello, everyone. This is DJ Odyssey. It's a late night rant. Yeah, I just keep finding these things that I need to rant about. And what is it this time? Well, it's this. Breaking news came out a little while ago that Nancy Pelosi won't allow the State of the Union in the House chambers until the government reopens. Yes, Nancy Pelosi has now canceled the State of the Union and not going to allow it in the House chambers because she is a petty little shrew. Just look at that face. Yeah. Now, why is it that she doesn't want the State of the Union to happen? Maybe it's because she doesn't want some of the truth to get out. And what truth might that be? Well, maybe it's the truth that Donald Trump, the president, has made some concessions as of late and has made a few compromises to get things reopened. But the Democrats want no part of any kind of compromise because they are petulant little children that think they need it completely their own way. Now, what compromises might you be asking? Well, if you don't keep up on news or anything, there was the whole part of it's no longer going to be a wall but a fence because it's a lot easier to be able to see through a fence and be able to watch when the illegals are trying to come up to smuggle the drugs, to try to cross the border, things like that. Makes it a lot easier. What other concessions were there? Oh, the concession about the mileage of the wall had been cut down to a lot smaller just to cover areas that really need it the most. But she doesn't want anybody to know that part. She doesn't want to have to sit in the chamber with Donald Trump while he tells these things out in the open and have to answer to it. That is why she has canceled the State of the Union. Besides being petty because her little trip got canceled and she couldn't fly for free with the military dime while she should be staying in Washington working out negotiations. She hasn't talked to Trump in 2 weeks, if not more. She refuses to negotiate, period. She wants it all her way. That is the Democrat way. Now, while Trump will get blamed for it, Republicans get blamed for it, it's actually the Democrats that aren't doing any sort of compromise whatsoever. Another compromise. Trump was going to allow the extension of the DACA while they got that all worked out for another 3 years. Another 3 years to work that out because apparently they can't. Democrats, again, don't want to compromise on any of that. They want it just all their way or no way. Republicans keep making some compromises, but no. I just do not understand why people keep voting for these Democrats. They are going further and further left. They're trying to turn this into some kind of socialistic, communistic country. She's just being a petty little bitch. I don't think she's even got all her marbles. She's been around too long. She shouldn't be serving in Congress. But no, here we go. More delays, more pressure. And you know what? I feel bad for the men and women that aren't getting paid for this shutdown. But you got to quit blaming one side, folks. When you have a second side that will not negotiate whatsoever, their whole idea is to resist Trump at any cost. They don't give a shit about the American people. They don't give a shit about anything else. They don't give a shit about fixing anything. All they want to do is resist. That's it. Period. They have nothing else to stand on. The economy's doing great. Job numbers are soaring through the roof. Unemployment is way down. Remember, Barack Obama said that the new norm for the GDP would be barely at 2, and we've been, what, 3s and 4s now? That didn't seem like the new normal. But I don't know. When are the people going to wake up? When are they going to start pointing their fingers at these loons that are running around Congress now with nothing more than a resist attitude? They don't want to do a thing for anyone. They just want to resist. Oh, and then we have CNN here. Now, they put right out on their breaking news, Pelosi won't allow the State of the Union. But if you scroll down into their story, they say that Donald Trump made the concession. Well, you know, when you got it to where she says that the invite's no longer there and he can't go, what's he going to do? Are you getting as frustrated as mine? And look up here, looky little Jimmy Acosta in the byline for the story. Oh, Jimmy. What a freaking loon he is. He's not even an actual reporter. All he is an activist now, too. I swear. These people are just getting more and more nuts. But what can we do? 33 days and counting. Democrats want to give out billions and billions of dollars to foreign countries, but don't want to spend anything on our country to stop the flow of the illegals. And then you hear these people, wow, most of them overstay their visas. No, that's not true. 40% overstay the visas. 60% are still coming over the porous southern border. I mean, I've got the easiest way possible that you could end illegal immigration, or the big majority of it. Pass it to where the entire country, if you get caught and you're hiring an illegal, you get fined out the wazoo. Big stiff penalties. Take them jobs away. Stop the employers that are hiring them. That's number one. Number two, do not allow any more for the birthright citizenship of an illegal. If one parent is actually an American, yes, I can see it then. But if both parents are illegals because they just snuck across the border to have a kid, to try to get some kind of an anchor, no, they're not an automatic citizen anymore. Forget about it. There's two right there. Same goes for any of them with the overstaying the visas with the jobs. If they got if they're allowed to work here because they're on a visa and that visa ends, the employer should have a record in their files when they hired them of when their visa runs out, and if they try to come into work past that with no documented proof that they can stay longer, automatic termination. Take away the jobs and they won't want to come here. Third, make it a felony if you get caught crossing that border illegally. Stop with just this catch and say you can go in front of a judge. If you are caught crossing that border, it is an automatic felony. If they want to apply for some hardship or a refugee status, make them go to an embassy in the country that they live in. Make them do it the legal way. It is not fair to all the ones that are trying to come into this country legally that spend years doing all the paperwork and everything else they have to just to be circumvented by somebody that snuck across the damn border. Not fair whatsoever. And I think that I know it would be completely impossible, but I also think that any of these politicians that stick up for these illegals, they should shoulder the blame too. Oh, this just pisses me off to no end. And actually, they should pass a law that if you're a city, a town, or a state that gives sanctuary status to an illegal, then you should face penalties as well. But that's just my rant for right now. Couldn't sleep, seen the story, had to do it. This is the odd one. I'm out.